Today, I'm going to prove to you that, in fact, the shelf is the best tool for decorating your base in Enshrouded. Now, everyone thinks it might be the ray you can terraform, and it's great. But if we want to get fancy decorations and break the game from what it's let us do, the shelf is what we need. Now, it does look pretty basic, being only able to be placed on walls and not having any comfort level. But the fact that there's no gravity and physics just don't exist in this game when it comes to building. You can have blocks everywhere. It's perfect. Hence, we can place objects anywhere. And we can remove the blocks underneath and have floating objects. Now this can allow us to do some crazy cool things. But we're still stuck on this grid of blocks. We can only go up one and down one. Horizontally across the board, we are completely free. You can place these anywhere you want along the edge. Anywhere on this platform you can place. There's no grid. But height-wise, verticality, we're challenged. That's where the shelf comes in. With some amazing features such as only having to be placed on one block, having a tiny hitbox and not caring about other objects, allowing us to place it in tiny spaces. This breaks that verticality, allowing us to place objects at different heights. And through this, we can also combine objects to create our whole new object, such as a fancier candle stand. And while these are pretty basic, it comes in bigger with objects that have bigger objects can be placed as well. So let's say we want to make a bookshelf. Now we have a basic bookshelf here. It looks fine, and we have fancier versions of it. But if we want to integrate it more into our house, we want to build it into the house. Now the problem is, when we're building, to cover up the bottom part and make it a fully integrated bookshelf, we have to cover up a lot of this bottom shelf. But with the use of our shelf, we can place it and break our vertical challenges. Bring it up higher. And now, if we carefully remove it as well, this makes the job much easier. We can bury the bottom of the bookshelf. Obviously, this can be done with varying degrees of success. Then by encasing it, we get the shelves without the bottom, or in this case, the top of the bookshelf, to create this very beautiful integrated bookshelf. Now the same premise can also be utilized with objects such as chests, allowing us to build them into our builds, as long as you leave an opening. Build them right into our walls. Giving another level to our chests. Still works completely functional. Now it has a beautiful design around it that wouldn't have been possible without the shelf, or at the very least much more difficult. Then even allowing something such as our cup to be placed partly into the wall. We can then take the shelf, placing it above. Just have to watch that hitbox, of course, that you're not standing too close. And then by placing a candle on top, we can make fancy sconces for our library and chest storage. And there's so many endless possibilities you can do with this, with combining every single object in the game to building different buildings, and using items in ways they weren't intended. And to do that, the shelf is a crazy good tool.